Pablo Picasso once said, "Good artist copy, great artist steal." Well, today I'm going to take him at his word and I'm going to copy one of his images. So I'm putting myself in the good artist, not the great. And I'm going to try and turn one of his pieces of art into a 3D silver panel using just sand, silver and a bit of computer help. Now the drawing I'm going to take for it is an actual line drawing, and it comes from his War and Peace series, and he done a massive output of drawings and paintings, and it was all based on the novel War and Peace. And the one I'm going to do today is called Head of a Woman, or Head, as you can see here, and I just think it's such a striking image. It may look simple, but that's the beauty of it. Simple things are really hard to do, and when you look at it, I just get taken in. I look at the eyes, and then the eyes take me down to the nose, and then you go down to the sides of the hair. It's just one of those things it just gets you. It just literally gets you. So with that said, let's dive straight in and let's see if I can copy Pablo Picasso. I'm going to be making the copy in solid silver. So the first hurdle to get over is I've got to make the mould. Now the way I do that, I'd 3D print it. I'll 3D print a plastic panel or whatever it's going to be, and that's what I actually then press into the sand and do a sand casting, and then pour the hot metal, the hot silver, into that sand to make the image. Now obviously to do that, we've got just basically, I don't want to do the master a disservice, but basically he's just took a line for a walk and done that drawing, hasn't he? Just a line drawing. Now normally the drawings and the images I use to do my silver sand casting, I set up myself with AI, and I do them in a way that it's advantageous, so it really works well with my 3D generation to get my 3D print. Well, today we're going to really push it to the limit. I've got an online tool called Sculptok, and we're going to give it a real good testing out and to see whether it can take literally this line art and make it into a 3D rendering. So let's get over to that and see if it can do it. So here we are over in Sculptok, as you can see, and I've got the image loaded in. Very striking. I just love it to bits. So the first thing we need to do is select what it is. Now we're lucky enough, Sculptok has got a line art option. So you click that and you just click draw, and basically that was 3 clicks to get us to this stage. Now what it's going to do now, it's going to do 4 versions of the depth map for us. It's going to do a first one, just lights and darks, and then it'll do 3 others, and each one's going to have a little bit more detail. And then what we need to do is just choose which one's going to work best for us for our 3D print, so we can get a cool image when we come to do the sand casting and the silver piece. So as you can see, there's the first 2 dropped in. The first one's very basic, just light and darks. Number 2's got a bit more detail, and as you can see, number 3's more detailed. And just as we carry on, they'll get more and more detail, but it does really depend on what you're using it for. I mean, having a quick look at these, I think I'm going to go for number 1, but we'll just do a quick preview. And this is actually the 3D generator. This makes the STL file. So as you can see there, wow, look at that. How cool is that? Oh, stunning. Absolutely, I'm just blown away by this program. Just from that line art, it can generate that. Let's look at the second one. And we'll just have a quick look, and then I'll figure out which one I'm going to use. Now, I think I'm going to go for the first one. Yeah. I'm going to go for the first one. I'll just make the first one a little bit deeper. I think that's what we're going to go for. So what I'll do now, I'll get the first one sorted out and then get it across the blender and get it resized. And the next time you'll see me now, I'll be over at the 3D printer getting it printed out. Oh, I did forget to mention, I've actually got a link down in the description below for Sculptok. If you sign up using that link, you'll actually get some free credit, so you can test it out for free to see how you get on. And it's just well worth doing just for a test, because it's absolutely changed my workflow. Right, let's get across to the 3D printer. Printer's just starting off, and what I actually had to do, I had to do this 3 times because unfortunately it did fall over twice, so I just had to re-splice it and put some supports on so it didn't fall over. The reason being, it was a very thin panel. The back of it was really thin, and I've got a nice relief for the head, for the face. So what I'll do now, I'll speed up this print session just so you can see that and show you the finished print, and then we'll get it in the shed and start the fun stuff of actually making it in the sand and the silver. So what we've got here is a finished print. As you can see, this was the second one I did, and it's got the supports in front just to hold it up under a chin and on the sides of the hair. And it's come out really, really cool. Look at that. I think we're going to get a good result in the silver. It's nice and crisp. As I said, a nice deep relief. So let's get this over into the shed. Right, so we're in the shed. Famously, as you probably know, Picasso did work a lot topless and just in a pair of shorts, but he lived in the south of France and I'm in the Midlands in Birmingham, and it's absolutely throwing it down. It's freezing in the shed, so we're going the full hoodie and baseball cap, and we're going to get kicked straight off with the 3D print that you've just seen printing. We're going to get into that. First job, what I'm going to do is actually put some powder on top, because we need some parting powder, and all what that does is it makes it come out the sand a lot easier. I won't get the casting sand stuck to the finer details. Now, fingers crossed, I shouldn't have no problems, because there's nothing that I can see that where it should break or stick in, so it should be a nice cast. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to speed through doing the casting process, and you'll see how I do it. I'm going to be using, let me just put my coffee down, it's that cold, I needed a coffee. We're going to be using one of these, a two-sided flask that fits together like that, and then you'll be pouring down through that hole the silver, and really it's as simple as that. That's how I'm going to try and recreate this Picasso masterpiece in solid silver. So let's begin. I hope you found that really interesting, because I certainly did. It was such a fun experience trying to copy the master, Pablo Picasso. If you did enjoy it, check one of these videos here, as you'll see me doing more silver pours. Thanks for watching.